What's good with the YouTube, man? Welcome back to another wavy video, man. Today, man, we finna dive into something, a little something that most people might not like to do. Well, a lot of people might not like to do. I know sometimes, me personally, I don't like to do it. But it's something that you have to do if you wanna improve your 360 waves, man. So today, we finna be talking about how to maintain your wolf, man. So stay tuned for the video, man. Let's get straight into it. But first, we gotta unrag, man. So let's get straight into it, man. Let's go. Y'all, man, that's the unragging, man, and excuse my hair, man. Me personally, I don't like my hair right now. I just washed, and it's one thing I always hate about after you washing your hair, man, you know, because of course you gotta make it, you know what I'm saying, you gotta bounce back with it, you know what I'm saying, like you gotta put that brush to work and you gotta bounce back. All right, man, let's get straight into it, man. First thing I want to touch on, man, first about how to maintain your wolf, you know what I'm saying. The first thing I want to touch on, this is the first thing that you probably already know, but to those that don't know, this is one thing that will help you maintain your wolf. Double compressing, man. Yes, double compressing, man. Not only do you have to wear one do-rag, you gotta wear at least 8 on, man.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Just messing around. Don't put 8 do-rags on your head. It is not worth it, bro. But you do have to double compress. If you don't know what double compress means, that means you rock a silky or whatever other type of do-rag you want to rock. Of course, you're gonna put the do-rag on first. Then you're gonna come back with a stocking cap, man. These right here, me personally, I like the boo-boo caps, man. The boo-boo caps, these joints right here, they got a nice compression to them. They're gonna give you that extra snug fit that you're gonna need, you know what I'm saying? Because you know when you woofing, you know what I'm saying, and you got more hair on your head now, you know what I'm saying, that one do-rag, you know, it may lay it down, but it might give you, it might not give you that proper, you know what I'm saying, that proper compression that you're gonna need, you know what I'm saying, like that you need to lay your head out. So man, so you gotta double compress, man. You gotta double compress, you know what I'm saying, double compress. But hey, if you don't want to use a boo-boo cap, there's also other options. All right, man, and another thing you can do, like to double compress, you can get you a silky, and you can grab you one of these, man. You can grab you one of these right here. This right here, honestly, I forgot the name of this. I think this is like a Surag or something like that. Su or something. I don't know. I kind of forgot the name of it. But as you can see, it got like this type of texture on the outside. And on the inside, this right here, silky. It's like, it has like a silky texture on the inside, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like silky on the inside. You know, so if you wanted to, you could put this on by itself. This right here has a great compression as well. If you're woofing, double compress, man. Double compressing, that is what's going to allow you to lay your hair down, man. And that's one thing as a waver, 360 wave, whatever type of waves you have, we all want our hair to be laid down. I mean, when your hair laid, you know what I'm saying, you know you're gonna get that silk, you're gonna get that shine to it, and you know what I'm saying, everything gonna be, you know, it's gonna be flowing, you're gonna be spinning, you know what I'm saying. So double compress, man. That's tip 1. If you didn't know, now you know what I'm saying. So let's get straight into it. Next key to maintaining your wolf. Now, hold on, before we get into it, the importance of woofing is very important. For those, like, if you don't, say for instance, like if you don't woof, don't expect to see progress within your hair if you're not woofing. Woofing is something you have to grow your hair out to, in a sense, you know, to better your 360 waves and to better your connections and everything like that. Like I touched on in my last couple videos, you have to grow your hair out. You know, so also when you're growing your hair out, sometimes your medium brushes or of course soft brushes, they're not gonna get the job done. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna get the job done. Even sometimes your hard brushes may not even get the job done, because if you get to the point in like your wolf stages to where you have so much hair on your head, and sometimes the brushes, honestly, sometimes the brushes, they can get it done a little bit, but your hair is just, especially if you coarse hair. Like if you coarse hair something like mine, your hair is gonna, it's almost like your hair you're gonna be fighting with your hair, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to tame it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be fighting with it. But if you really want it, if you're in like those major stages of wolfing and you want to get down to the bottom, you know what I'm saying? You want to get down to that hair close to the scalp. I'm pretty sure a lot of you already know what's next. Next thing up on the list, man, comb. This is where wolfing is the stages where combs come in handy. I mean, like I said, I think in one of my earlier videos, a comb, you don't need this. Of course, you don't need this if you got a low haircut. You don't use combs when you have low haircuts. Combs come in handy when you woofing. When you woofing, this is when this will come in handy, because a comb, with the purpose of the comb is going to get down to your scalp. It's going to get down to the hair that the brushes can't reach. You know what I'm saying? So the comb is going to get down there, and you're going to be working your connections. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be going to work. You're going to be going to work the same way how you do with a brush. You're going to do the same with the comb. You're going to go with the grain, with the comb, and you're going to, you're going to be going with it. One thing that I like to do, but I'm not going to do it right now. Kind of just finished the brush session, so I'm not going to do it right now. But one thing that I like to do when I'm woofing, like when I'm woofing and when I'm deep into my woof, I like to comb, just get into the rhythm of just combing. Sometimes I comb back and, just comb forward. Just comb back and comb forward. You know what I'm saying? Cause like when your waves are in there, and they're in there deep, regardless if you comb back and then comb back forward, you're lifting up the hair, and you're just, you know what I'm saying, like, and you laying it back down in your wave, that's still gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? That's still gonna be there. But like just honestly combing with the pattern of your hair, and just going with the grain and combing and just combing consistently. Maybe like just, like once a day, whatever the case may be. Like just combing, like doing your woof session. You know what I'm saying? That right there within itself will better your connections. And when it's time for you to get that cut, that fresh cut, when it's time for you to get that cut, you're gonna see, man, you might take a picture and you might look and see that a fork that was there when you got your cut the last time, it may be gone. Why? Because you were using the comb. I mean, some people may think that combs or whatever may not help with forks. Me personally, I believe they do. You know what I'm saying? Because from using this comb and from just getting cuts back to back, well, not cuts back to back. If you're trying to get 360 wave, don't get a cut back to back. That was a mistake. Don't do that. Using this comb right here or whatever, man, and from just combing and doing my wolf sessions, man, and going to get cuts and going to get my cut, you know what I'm saying? Like when it's time to get a cut, you know what I'm saying? I would always see, that's when I started to see on my weak side right here, that I started to begin, you know what I'm saying? I started to gain progress, you know what I'm saying? Because not only was I brushing, I was also combing, you know what I'm saying, while woofing. So basically, this right here, this is gonna be your tool, man. This is gonna be your friend, man, when it's time, when you're woofing, you know what I'm saying? So combing and just getting down to the scalp, getting down to the root of that hair, man. This right here, this joint right here, man, this one right here, you're gonna fall in love with this one right here, for real. But yeah, man, that comb, that's gonna help you maintain your woof, man. The comb is gonna help you. The comb is gonna help you a lot, man. I promise y'all, man, y'all will see that. You know what I'm saying, within the time of that you're, you know what I'm saying, that you're combing and you're, you know what I'm saying, you're going forward with your woof. But also that doesn't mean like, just stop brushing it, you know what I'm saying, all together, because you still gotta brush. The brush is still the number one key to getting waves, whether you're woofing or whether you're in like a 2-week stage after your fresh cut. Brushing is still number one, and just gonna be always number one regardless. And another thing you can do, man, to maintain your woof that I would suggest, man, is of course you do this. You can do this at any time. You can do shower brushing, man. I feel like shower brushing, you know what I'm saying, like brushing or whatever. You know what I'm saying, like if you're in the shower or whatever the case may be, or you know what I'm saying, like you wash your hair or whatever the case may be, and you getting that brush work in, like with the shower, you know what I'm saying, while you're in the shower and stuff like that, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're doing that right there within itself can also, you know what I'm saying, that right there within itself can also improve your 360 waves, man. You know what I'm saying? That within itself. Basically washing your hair. You know what I'm saying? Not saying wash your hair every single day, but of course, you're gonna have to wash your hair to, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to wash your hair. Of course, you don't want to just be brushing and combing and have just that, you know what I'm saying, just dirty hair on your head or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, just wash it whenever you may be, like once or so a week or whatever. you know what I'm saying, once or twice, whatever the case may be. And also, when you're washing your hair or whatever, when you're woofing and stuff like that, if you're deep within your woof and you're washing your hair, use a hard brush, of course, because you want to get that pull when you know what I'm saying, like when you brushing, you know what I'm saying, and you washing your hair, you know what I'm saying, and you going with that grind and you brushing, you know what I'm saying, use a hard brush as well, because that right there within itself is gonna pull your hair, and you know what I'm saying, it's gonna help your waves, you know what I'm saying, because you don't wanna wash your hair and you know what I'm saying, be washing your hair and using a soft brush, and because you just gonna be, it's like you just brushing it, but you ain't gonna be really pulling nothing, so it's like, what's the point, you know what I'm saying? But that right there is gonna be another video within itself. I'm gonna be coming with a wash method video, you know what I'm saying, maybe a little later, you know what I'm saying? Be looking out for that one right there, man. But yeah, man, this right here is like a short video. I don't wanna like draw it out too long and just try to think of things to say and just try to add things in that really don't need to be added. So like this right here will be kind of like a short video. So basically, man, to recap, the things that you can do to help maintain your woof, you know what I'm saying, when you're woofing. Of course, first thing, of course, you have to double compress. Double compress, that right there within itself will allow your hair to lay down. And also another thing I want to throw in there too, if you're woofing also, you don't have to get a lineup like no every 2 weeks or nothing like that if you're woofing. I don't feel, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm in like a little woof stage right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm kind of woofing like a little bit right now. So, but like you don't have to get like a lineup and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like no every 2 weeks type of thing, I don't feel. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you get in the line up so often, even in the process of woofing, you know, don't be surprised if your line go to maybe like in the middle of your wave, then you're going to be a little bit upset. You know what I'm saying? You have to grow the hair out if you want to improve your 360 waves. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You really can't stretch that enough. I mean, honestly, to be honest, man, this waving thing, man, is really easy. I mean, because honestly, the top things that you really have to do, you have to brush and grow your hair out and wear a do-rag. You do those 3 things right there. Oh, and wash your hair. So you do those 4 things right there. Honestly, everything else is like a bunch of, it's stuff that's needed as well, like pomade and all the other stuff. But that stuff right there within itself are like extra stuff. It's like extra things, but honestly, like I feel like the top 4 things, wash your hair, wear a do-rag, brush your hair, and grow your hair out. That's honestly how you get 360 waves. And also, I keep wanting to go forward, but I keep forgetting things. Also, you don't want to over woof. If you over woof, you know what I'm saying, that's when like you're kind of reaching your curling. You know, you're kind of surpassing your curling, and you know what I'm saying, your hair is gonna, you know, it's gonna begin to look bad. You gonna know when you over, you know what I'm saying, you gonna know when you passing, you know what I'm saying, when you going over your curling, you know what I'm saying, like you gonna see it, trust me, because I've seen. I think that's gonna wrap up this video, man. I hope I said something here to help somebody out, man, to help a young wave out, whoever, man, trying to get these 360 waves, 540 waves, 720 waves, 180 waves, whatever the case may be. Whatever you're trying to get, man, I hope I said something to help y'all out. But yeah, man, stay tuned for more videos, man. The next video coming up may be a haircut vlog, man. You know what I'm saying? I did a haircut vlog before, just trying it out or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Still trying to get comfortable with this camera, man. So if you're new to the channel, man, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more lit videos, man. And also, man, I got another channel, man. I'm gonna throw it up right here. You know what I'm saying? I do maybe like little challenges, whatever the case may be, pranks, whatever, you know, all the other little stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you into that type of stuff, you know, I dropped the link in the description down below, man, so you can click that, man, and go ahead and go check that out, man. But yeah, this gonna be the end of this video, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos, man, about this thing. Peace.